No, this is my.
Got it? Okay, so that might all you need.
He's just my closest friend.
Oh, he's your good buddy. Okay.
Okay, guys, all ready? So if you want to take pictures of the slides as I go, you're more than welcome to. You don't have to in my camera, but because I'm going to kind of go through things kind of fast, and I know there's going to be a lot of print on the screen. Don't worry about reading it. It's just there as a guide. So it's just for storytelling purposes only for me to be able to go through the slides. So this is the organization I run. It's called About Time Project. It is a nonprofit. It and CFI allowed me to be able to come to do these kinds of events. I'm in Salinas, California. I'm just here for this. I leave tomorrow. So I'm here just to support Avi and to support getting this group going. So yeah, through donations through About Time Project and through Center for Inquiry, they are funding me to be able to do this, so you guys don't have to pay for my hotel and my expenses, which is really cool. So what I'm going to be talking about, I have 2 talks today. Hopefully some of you guys will be able to stay for all of them, but maybe not. That's fine. I totally get it. I am recording everything. And I'm going to be talking about 2 of the main things that I actually am interested in. The first thing I'm going to be talking about in the morning, right now, well, I guess this is the morning, is my Wikipedia project. Okay. My premise is science communication is so important, and the best way to get the best communication through science is through Wikipedia. That's going to be my topic. I'm going to explain that to you in other words. I will explain it to you well enough that you should be able to leave and go, I get it, this is really important. So I run this Wikipedia project, and I probably won't do 2 questions after this, but I will be here all day. You guys can talk to me as long as you want. But the Wikipedia project I run, it started in 2010-ish, and it is called the Girl of Skeptics on Wikipedia. We call ourselves the GSOW. It's just the shorthand. This Wikipedia team is the only Wikipedia team that I know of that has training. It's also the only Wikipedia team that works in languages outside of English. Multiple languages. We edit in all languages possible. I do all the training. The training takes about 4 months. And yes, you have to be on Facebook. I'm gonna put that up front right away, because we run our group out of a secret cabal. And it's a hidden group on Facebook that you can't get into, you have to be allowed into. And I do all the training, and I teach people how to be really great Wikipedia editors. I have a little over 100 and at the moment. So this is what I'm going to be talking about. Now, it's very important to me, how do we know if information, these people are watching, they can come in. It's really important to me, it's really important to my team that we get really great information out onto Wikipedia. Now, I don't know if you guys remember this, but during the 2020, 2021, 2022, do you remember there was this like pandemic? I don't know if you guys remember any of that. It was kind of scary.
Fake news.
Fake news, yeah, I know, girls. So this is one of the articles that came out. For some reason I was thinking it was New York Times, but it's not. It was by the Center for Countering Digital Hate. And this is called the Disinformation Dozen. And what the Disinformation Dozen was, is this group had looked at who is giving out the most bad medical advice out there in the vaccine world. You know, who is it that's propagating the most misinformation, and that's being fueled to the public? So my team that edits Wikipedia on all kinds of things, we focus on science, hard science, pseudoscience, people of science, all of that is that area that we focus on. We're trying to rewrite all Wikipedia pages on those topics. So what my team did is we took kind of a break and we just focused on vaccines for a while, because the pandemic was pretty scary. We didn't know what was going on. And when they came out with the 12 leading online anti-vaxxers, we went and wrote the Wikipedia pages for almost all of them. And or their associations, and I'm going to talk about that. So this man right here, I used to be able to put this slide up here and people didn't know who this man was. I hope you guys all know who this man is now. Sadly, he's somebody we know very well. This is Robert Kennedy Jr. This is an older photo. And he ran this organization called Children's Health Defense. And this is a pop-up, like when you go to the website, it pops up and it's like, put your name and address in here, we'll send you more propaganda and so on, more misinformation. So when you go to his website, I don't know if this is the same pop-up or not, but this is what you would be greeted with. Now, Robert Kennedy, RFK Jr., he had a Wikipedia page in really great shape, so we didn't have to get involved with it at all. What we did is we wrote the Wikipedia page for Children's Health Defense because it didn't have a Wikipedia page before, and what we learned is that it's a good idea to get that information out there, what the organization is, because we didn't know what would happen whenever he, oh yeah, watch out, here comes good. We didn't know, just watch it. Watch his chips. Yeah. Watch the pork.
Yeah, I kind of screwed Are you okay doing it?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm a very casual kind of personality, so it's cool. It's very, very casual. I just don't want
How did you
anybody
learn about this organization without embedding in it?
The Children's Health Defense? Oh, we knew who Robert Kennedy was, so, I mean, we knew he had this organization. It's just kind of known in the world of the pseudoscience world that the community's in. We all knew who he was, and we knew what his organization was. We knew he's this awful anti-vaxxer for a very long time. So what we did is we wrote this Wikipedia article because Children's Health Defense doesn't stand out to you, to just the average person, that it's a anti-vax, anti-fluoridation group.
What's that report?
We didn't know that. We were worried that other people would not know that right away. So what we did is we wrote the Wikipedia page. I believe we wrote it in English. I think it's in Spanish, maybe French. And you're not going to be able to read this. This is, it's small print. But what I want you to know is at the very top, this is called the lead, this part right here at the very top. That's the most important part of the article. Because in the lead, that's what most people just read. They read that and then they kind of go, okay, I get it, and they leave. So that has to be very tightly written. So what this says in highlighted that you can't read, it says it's a nonprofit activist group mainly known for anti-vaccine propaganda and has been identified as one of the main sources of misinformation on vaccines. And then also it says, against various public health programs such as vaccination and fluoridation of drinking water. We've also put arguments against vaccination are contradicted by overwhelming scientific consistency and the safety and effectiveness of vaccines. And we also added this sidebar over here. This is a little thing that we do, which has so people can look at that like quickly and see that that's pseudoscience.
Where do you get your references?
You'd have to look at the bottom of the page. So all the references are secondary. They're notable secondary sources. So this is just a screenshot of the Wikipedia page that my team wrote a few years ago for this. Now, one of the things you might not have noticed when I have this up here, it says censorship is hiding this from you. Now, that was probably something you might not have read. But what that means is if you go into the blog for Children's Health Defense, you'll find this little area here, and it says, this a highlighted area, it says, under the guise of fact-checking, Google, Wikipedia, and other tech companies falsely accused Mr. Kennedy and Children's Health Defense of spreading misinformation about vaccines and other health matters. Wikipedia refuses to correct their inaccurate entries, despite our numerous attempts to provide them with the truth. So this is their little disclaimer that they're trying to say that they keep trying to give Wikipedia this information, but they can't get it onto Wikipedia, oddly enough, because Wikipedia only uses secondary sources that are notable. And we have certain rules when it comes to things like pseudoscience. We call it fringe, and there are very tight rules. So people can't just go to Wikipedia and add in fringe topics because it's just going to be taken out. You just can't do that. And the reasons are a little too complicated for me to get into in this presentation, but there are rules. Okay, so Children's Health Defense has, how do I say this? When you're doing activism of any kind, you need to measure your activism. You need to see if what you're doing is actually having an impact. Otherwise, why do activism? You need to have some way of measuring it. The only way I have of measuring how successful my team is by Wikipedia views. So every time somebody opens up a Wikipedia page and you go to that page, it collects the data that somebody was here. Somebody opened the page. I do not know if it's the same person coming over and over to the page, and I don't know if they're only there for seconds or if they're there for hours. I don't know. The only way I can collect this data is just how many people are visiting the page. And so, I'm just so worried about the cord. So what I do is we have this stat system. So what we do is we have this system that allows us to know how many times the Wikipedia page is being accessed. It was hiding from you. And this is something that was created by the data skeptic over here. Wave your hand. Something like this. So he created this tool. This is it exactly. I don't want to show you the exact tool he created for me. But this is basically the same thing. It gives us an idea of how many times people are accessing one of the articles we've written. And you can see there's all these spikes. It's light blue. I apologize for that. It's just the way it is. But you can see. So the Children's Health Defense Wikipedia article has been viewed 778,000 times since we created it. So that's a lot of eyeballs, right? Now what we are also told
Where's
is
the biggest spike? They're huge.
he's in the news.
Oh, it's
No
he's
idea.
in the news. Okay.
Yeah, so you'd have to
This
go
is-
back and look. This is February, March 2022. Something happened. Here's something in November. Oh, I wonder what happened in November 2024.
Yeah.
Something happened. Shing. So somehow or the other, they're in the news and the spike. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Leo. You're exactly right. These spikes correspond to something happening in the world. And I don't know what it is sometimes. Sometimes we know, sometimes we don't. Okay, so the argument I get all the time is, yeah, but we don't all use Wikipedia. People don't go to Wikipedia. What good is the work you're doing, Susan? Your team's writing these Wikipedia pages, but if nobody goes to the Wikipedia page, what good is the information you're giving? So here's my argument for that. This is a woman, you've never heard of her, that's fine. She's an Australian. She lost her medical license. She promotes misinformation, medical misinformation. Her name is Barbara O'Neill, and this is a Wikipedia page we wrote for her. Now, we can't write a Wikipedia page for just anybody. They have to reach a certain standard of notability, and it's too complicated to get into why. I can explain to you later. But she just barely passed the threshold of notability. So Barbara O'Neill barely passed it, and we wrote the Wikipedia page. I said, hey, there's this Australian, they've been talking about her a lot in the skeptic community in Australia. Does anybody got some free time and want to write a Wikipedia page for her? Here's the citations you would use to write it. And one of my editors in Idaho said, yeah, I'll do it. And so she wrote this Wikipedia page for Barbara O'Neill. Now, here's what's interesting. When you guys go to Google or any search engine that you have, you're gonna type in something. Now you can see way up in the search bar, it says Barbara O'Neill. There's no quote marks or anything about it. I wanted to see what came up when you just Googled Barbara O'Neill. And this is the screen I got. So you're seeing, this is typical. You guys have seen this kind of stuff, right? This is typical. The most popular website that is whatever's most viewed is going to come up first. Oftentimes it's Wikipedia. If it's not Wikipedia as the first, Wikipedia is usually within the second or third view. It just depends, but Wikipedia is usually the most viewed area. Now, at the top here, it says Wikipedia, and I'm going to read this first line to you. It says, she is an Australian alternative medicine personality known for promoting dangerous and unsupported alternative medicine. That's what it says on that first little bit right there. I don't know. Okay, then it goes down and here's Barbara O'Neill's website. Over here on this side, you're going to see like a visual, and there was an actress who was in Gone with the Wind. Her name is Barbara O'Neill. So she's not even getting as many views. She's not as famous as the Barbara O'Neill, the alternative medicine practitioner. But you can still see her picture of the Gone with the Wind woman is still appearing. But underneath here, right here in this area, I'm going to read this out. It says, Barbara O'Neill is an Australian alternative medicine personality known for promoting dangerous and unsupported alternative medicine. Citation Wikipedia. Now, so what you're seeing here is exactly right here at the top. Barbara O'Neill is an Australian alternative medicine personality known for promoting dangerous and unsupported alternative medicine. That's the first line in the Wikipedia article, and you can see it's repeated right there and right here. So a lot of people do a Google search or Edge or Firefox, whatever you're using, and they get something like this. They go here and they get the information, and then they don't go to the Wikipedia page. They're just getting the information from here. So they stop here, they find out, oh, that's that Australian quack, and I'm off of this page.
Oh, I was gonna say, like her hair looked a little bit like disheveled. You pick pictures of people you don't like that
No.
are too good at her. Oh, that would
No, can't do it. Yeah, the picture has to be uploaded by the owner of the photo. We can't, Wikipedia cannot use random pictures off the internet. Good question. No, it's a low resolution picture of her that we have because that's all we have. So I think we took it off a video somewhere.
So don't, if you make a Wikipedia page about a person, doesn't that person have some kind of rights to
Nope.
edit, object?
Nope.
Correct?
Absolutely not. You do not own your Wikipedia page. It is not your Wikipedia page. In fact, you gotta keep your fingers off of it. So no, they have no rights to it whatsoever. If they have a problem, they should go make their own website or do a MySpace or something, I don't know. So anyway, so here's what you get in the knowledge part. So to push this a little bit further of my premise that you do not need to go to Wikipedia to get Wikipedia content, I'm gonna go here. Oh, here's Barbara O'Neill. When we created the Wikipedia article back in 2019, this is what our stats look like. So she's getting like 100 views a day. That's like nothing, okay? But what happened is so it's 124,000, which is still a lot for somebody. But what happened is Barbara O'Neill found TikTok in 2023. Now TikTok, I don't know if you go there or not, but it's made up of a lot of people in their 20s, 30s, teenagers, and they aren't necessarily well educated about critical thinking and the world that we probably already have. So these are people who are learning about this stuff for the very first time. Barbara O'Neill had TikTok. She's got 1.2 million followers. That's a lot of followers. She's got 2.8 million likes on her TikTok stream. And you can see here she's calling herself a health assistance and well-being. That's what she's calling herself. So that's Dr. Barbara O'Neill. Now her she's not a doctor anymore, but it's TikTok. You can call yourself whatever you want. So what happened with Barbara O'Neill, I hope this plays. We didn't check to see if this plays. So this is a video. It's about 1.5 minutes long. It's a TikTok video, and I'm hoping it's gonna work okay. Let's see. I have to hit it in here. I don't want to have to act it out. Okay, wait. Where's the audience? He should be now. Okay.
Pause, it's not playing.
Yeah, I paused this a minute. Hopefully this doesn't blast out any pictures. I'm still. Darn it! Okay, well I'll just tell you what happens. I'll play it. It's not going to sound anything, but that's all right. But what he's going to do is he's talking about Barbara O'Neill and the pseudoscience that she promotes. But I want you to kind of look at the screen because there's visuals on here. Oops, backwards. Okay, so what he's doing is he's showing you a video of hers. He's talking through it. He's saying that Barbara O'Neill is saying that table salt is dangerous. You shouldn't have it at all. It's going to hurt your body. Blah blah blah. And you see his eyes get really big over there, and he's like, "What the heck is she talking about? She's talking about putting everybody on Celtic salt." Oh, you can come on in. You can interrupt. I just don't want to have to worry about you. So he's talking about how he's like, this is Barbara O'Neill, a naturopath who is from New South Wales. She got her license. She no longer has her license. She got her degree, gotten rid of it. She's unsupported health advice to vulnerable groups. He's talking about she wants people to feed their kids raw goat milk and almond milk blended with dates. Don't do chemotherapy if you're a cancer patient. Do baking soda wraps and stuff like that. So he's talking about how that sodium, he says that sodium's fine, because every visit he does at the hospital, he's asking for sodium chloride in the IV and so on and so on. He's saying this woman doesn't know what she's talking about. I think this is the last video I have in here. So, he's talking about, she's, don't listen to her, she's crazy, don't do anything like that. Okay. So now that is Dr. Adez, and you know he's a doctor. How do you know he's a doctor?
Stethoscope.
He's got a stethoscope! Argument from authority, right, yeah. So of course he's a doctor. He looks really nice. He seems like he knows what he's talking about. But apparently he is a medical doctor. So in other words, you can't trust what it says on here, or the stethoscope. But this guy's got 1.9 million followers and 24 million likes. So did you notice in the visuals when you're watching the video go by, why I would bring this up to you?
Wikipedia. There's 2 sides.
Why?
He was citing it.
Yeah, did you guys notice that? So behind him, he's reading off the Wikipedia page. So the Wikipedia page that my editor wrote, somebody in Idaho who just had a few hours time wrote the Wikipedia page, he's quoting it throughout her Wikipedia, the Wikipedia page of her saying, according to this, blah, blah, blah. He never says Wikipedia, but that is a Wikipedia page. I know he's reading it. I know darn well he's reading the Wikipedia page my team wrote. So he's getting the information of my editor who wrote this Wikipedia page is going out to his video, and probably countless other videos, we just don't know that. That could be 1 million views right there off of his video. So the information, they don't go to the Wikipedia page, but they're still getting the information in various places. And so now this is the Barbara O'Neill stats. I showed you up until 2023, but in 2023 she found TikTok, and look what happened to the Wikipedia stats. This is how many people went to her Wikipedia article in 2023 and later up until 2025. And that's 4.8 million people have viewed the English page. And we wrote a Spanish page, and that has already got 225,000. And this is what she was before TikTok. This is what she is after TikTok. So you can see the views that man did on the TikTok, the doctor, don't count in these stats, because we only count how many pages, how many times the Wikipedia page has been opened. So those don't count. So I'm just going to mention this really quickly, almost done. Somebody sent me this video, it's another TikTok video, and it's a guy who does hilarious videos about science, and they're very goofy. But he's talking about Brussels sprouts and why Brussels sprouts taste good now, and before when they were made, they didn't taste all that good. So he's quoting also a Wikipedia page as well about Brussels sprouts. So I thought it was pretty funny. And this video's got 13,000 views. So again, people are getting their information from Wikipedia without going to Wikipedia. They just don't know it. They're just not aware of what's going on. So again, this is my project. It's called The World of Skeptics on Wikipedia. If you want to learn how to be a Wikipedia editor, I can train you. You just have to train for a while. And it all happens in a secret cabal on Facebook. And we do provide all the training. And that is my logo, and then this is my website you can go to for more information, and that is my talk. Thank you. I'm excited about unplugging this and putting it back over to charge, because I'm worried about somebody tripping over this darn thing.
Thank you so much, Susan.
Okay, let me turn off the recording here.
You said you do you want to take questions now, or do you just want?
I don't know if you have time. If there's time, I'll do questions, but if you don't.
We have a built-in 15-minute break, but we've already used a lot of time. So
I'm happy to answer questions.
why don't we give it like 5 minutes for questions?
Does anybody have any questions for me?
Yeah, just a question on the notoriety. What's Barbara O'Neill over the top?
That's a great question. What brought Barbara O'Neill to be able to get the notability? The Australian Skeptics wrote about her in the Australian Skeptic magazine, and then Richard Saunders did a lot of talking about her on his podcast, and I believe, I'm trying to remember, I think the New Zealand Skeptics wrote a lot about her, and I think that whenever she lost her medical degree, I think the Australian press wrote about her losing her degree. I think that's what it was. It's been a while, and I didn't write the page, so I can't quite remember. But notability standards are really tough to pass. But she just barely passed them. other questions.
Are you well legally represented?
I'm waiting for somebody to sue me. Bring it on. If anybody's gonna sue me, it's gonna be the psychic world or the UFO world.
world, yeah.
The UFO world. But no, I have
Uri?
Uri Geller.
no, that's Uri Geller's not gonna sue me. But I have insurance for being sued. But I'm still waiting for somebody to sue me. But the Wikipedia world, you cannot sue a Wikipedia editor. People try. You've heard of the Streisand effect, Barbara Streisand effect. So what happens is when somebody tries to sue somebody for something that's on their Wikipedia page with their name on it, their Wikipedia page, it usually the media will pick up the story and it causes more people to go to the Wikipedia page and go, what are they talking about? Lots of people have tried to stop Wikipedia editors. I can remember a king, some Saudi Arabian king or something like that he did something and he was really upset about it. And he tried to get it off there and he's trying to bribe people and stuff and it backfired and way more information got out about it. The press picked it up and then his Wikipedia page started talking about how he tried to get the Wikipedia page edited and so there's a paragraph on there about it. So you can't do anything. There's nothing they can do. They can try, but most people who believe in the paranormal don't follow rules well, I've found. So Wikipedia is very tight with the rules, so there's not much you can do about it. So unfortunately, you have to rely on the editors, and the editors are hopefully well trained, and most stuff is in great shape.
Oh, you noticed the news?
Yeah. So if there's no other questions, we'll go ahead and move it out.